home for the Bobcats. KFJB-TV, streaming all year on YouTube.
Welcome to the Marshalltown Roundhouse. It's game number 2 for the Marshalltown Bobcat Volleyball squad. Fresh off a 3-2 win against Fort Dodge last Tuesday night. They square off with the Hoover Huskies right here on KFJB-TV. Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Tessa, Mann, Brandon Lewis, as we welcome you back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse here tonight. Bobcats coming off a nice comeback victory, 3-2. They take down Fort Dodge last Tuesday night. You know, that was a match where just a lot of right things came together. Obviously, there was a little bit of downside, not finishing off some sets, that kind of stuff, but they've had a week to work on things, right? I mean, that's got to be a good advantage coming off the holiday weekend.
Yeah, it's a great start for the team. They went through a lot of controversy and got their way through it. They're figuring out their identity still.
Coming into tonight, you know Hoover, they haven't won a set all year. They're 0-4 on the year. What was, when you were coaching, what was your message to your team? Don't overlook anybody on any given night.
Yeah, and it's an opportunity to get better. I mean, they're going to give a lot of free balls. They're going to give a lot of off-speed stuff, and you got to use that, capitalize it, work on your offense, and get better.
Well, we're looking forward to conference action. The Iowa Alliance tonight. It's the Hoover Huskies out of the south. Match up against your Marshalltown Bobcats out of the north. Coming up, we will talk to head coach Jennifer O'Neill for the Marshalltown Bobcats when we come back on our countdown to first serve right here on KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic, 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom, and she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility.
North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic, 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom, and she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Welcome back into the Countdown First Serve here tonight on KFJB-TV. It's the Hoover Huskies and the Marshalltown Bobcats. Coach, your team coming off a very good come-from-behind victory against Fort Dodge. You got that thing knotted up at 2-2 heading to the fifth, and it was 7-2. Your team was down. You called a timeout. You went down 8-2. And then, your serving specialist comes into the game and serves 5 in a row. She earned 5 big points there, or 4 in a row, 5 big points for you to kind of get back into that one. Claire Bonzer we're talking about. So, in a role like that for somebody who's not in there the entire match, but to come in and deliver, that eventually propelled you to the victory last Tuesday. What was that like to see somebody like that step up in that role?
Really great, because she also didn't know it was coming. And I got to call her number in set number 2. But obviously we practiced together. I've seen Claire serve, and she played back row a little bit too after she served, and I think she had a dig or two while she was in there. So obviously I had the utmost confidence in her, and she was a little nervous at first, but then she just settled right into it. And so it really speaks volumes, because, I've said before, we're young and a little bit inexperienced. So when I can get some of those younger kids in the game at a crucial moment and they can deliver, I think that just speaks to what's going on in our gym on a daily basis. So I was really proud of her.
Brooklyn Smith, a freshman, didn't look like it last Tuesday. What was the key to that?
She is coming into her own too. And I think what we didn't get to see quite yet from Brooklyn is just the power that she has behind her heads. She's super smart. She had a lot of kills and they weren't really on hard hits, but you're going to see her continue to grow and improve. And once again, it's what we're doing in the gym every day. It's how the upperclassmen have embraced her as a true freshman. And so we wrapped a lot of stuff last night in practice, some more Tempo 1 sets. I'm hoping we get an opportunity to put those into play, because the gym will be shaken if we can.
Yeah. I thought your seniors did a really nice job. Gianna Bounty did a good job there in the libero role. Harper Wilson stayed really, she only had 1 kill a year ago and really stepped up to the table. But then I thought Kinsley Bowie, we even mentioned this during the broadcast, sometimes she can be guilty of wearing her emotions on her sleeve, but I thought she did a really nice job of stepping up and being the leader.
She really, really did. I mean, she is all about, help put the team on my shoulder sometimes when we need to, and she's stepping up to lead. She is our go-to, Lauren and Kinsley have a long history together, so that setter-hitter combo is really good, and they know they can rely on each other. So I thought Kinsley did a great job at the end of stepping up and just getting those kills that we needed down the line, staying composed. They all did. I mean, I was really happy with Gianna's libero play. Harper, her passion is blocking, and she gets an opportunity to do that more on the right side now, but she is really coming into that right side role, and it's great. Things are coming together. We got to see a little glimpse of that on Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure. Your opponents tonight, the Hoover Huskies, they're 0-4, have not won a set. You blanked them 3-0 a year ago. Their highest number was 8 in a single set there a year ago. How do you come out, make sure that you set the tempo early and take care of business?
So that's exactly what we talked about. Like, we have to play our game no matter who's on the other side of the net. So when you're playing a team that maybe has a little bit lower skills than you do or hasn't been as successful as you have to keep your game in mind and not forget who's on our side of the court. So we talked a lot about repping some out of system. We focused a lot on defense last night at practice because our defense is going to need to be scrappy and moving all the time. So yeah, we just really talked about our culture, our gym. How do we want to go out and play every single time? And that's just going to be important for us to keep in mind.
What's the biggest thing to get the week started off right? You got a busy week. You got the APGAR invite on Thursday as well.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I think it's great that, we had a long holiday weekend. We did come in and practice last night, which was nice to kind of, get them up and moving again. And so this kind of gives us a little bit of leeway into Thursday, just getting some reps in, trying some of those, tempo 1 sets, thinking about out of system plays because we're really needing to focus on that too. And then we'll, work on what we need to work on tomorrow night to get ready for Thursday.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is Jen O'Neill, head coach for the Marshalltown Bobcats. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for the Huskies and the Bobcats when we come back right here on KFJB-TV. Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at adletengraving24.com. That's adletengraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
I'm Bella Avis, and you're watching Bobcat Volleyball on KFJB-TV.
Huskies and Bobcats getting warmed up for tonight's match on KFJB-TV. Now time for tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineups. First off, for the Hoover Huskies tonight, it'll be Princess Nicole Esteban, a senior outside hitter. At 5'1", number 2, she'll get the start tonight, as well as number 4, Salome Hurst, a senior setter, 6 digs, 1 ace so far this year. She stands at 5'6". Mona Kine, a senior, number 5, middle hitter and outside hitter at 5'4", 6 kills so far this year. Emily Villa will get the start, number 9, a junior at 5'2". Number 12, Madeline Mitchell will start, a junior at 5'8", with 8 kills, 1 block, and 1 ace this year through 4 contests. And rounding out the lineup, Maxine Ling. She is a sophomore outside hitter, not pictured there. Parlin, she is the libero, a junior at 4'10", with 20 digs and 3 aces. Meanwhile, for the Marshalltown Bobcats here tonight, starting lineup looks like this. Same as last Tuesday, Brooklyn Smith, a freshman middle hitter. It stands at 5'10", with 7 kills, 9 blocks, and 2 digs this year. Kendall Brummel will get the start, a junior middle hitter at 5'6", 4 kills, 5 blocks, 1 dig this season. Number 11, Kinsley Bowie, a senior outside hitter at 5'7", 17 kills, 1 block, 17 digs, and she comes off a season where she led the Bobcats in the returners with 52 kills and 18 blocks and 4 ace. Number 12, Lauren O'Neill, a junior setter. She stands at 5'8", 44 assists the other night against Fort Dodge, 5 kills, 24 digs, and 1 ace. Number 14, Bella Avis, a junior outside hitter at 5'7", 10 kills, 1 block, 16 digs, and 2 ace against Fort Dodge. And number 20, Harper Wilson, the senior, will round out the lineup, standing at 5'7", 7 kills, 2 blocks, 8 digs, and 3 aces. Not picture the libero, Gianna Bounty. She is a senior at 5'3", with 19 digs against Fort Dodge. That's our starting lineups. It all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver the starting lineups. Coming up, we will get our keys to the game here tonight inside the Roundhouse. It's Iowa Alliance Conference action between the Bobcats and the Huskies on KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at adletengraving24.com. That's adletengraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom. And she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
I'm Gianna Downey, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, Brandon Lewis, Tessa Mann alongside me tonight as we get you ready to go for match day coverage here on KFJB-TV. Now time for our keys to the game, all presented by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Tessa.
Yeah, so one key for a Bobcat victory tonight would be to control the free balls and adjust the off-speed attacks. I anticipate the Bobcats getting a lot of free balls tonight, and they just need to make sure that they capitalize on those opportunities. A great night to get better on that aspect. And then also we talked about it a lot last match, but how hard it is to pick up some of those miss hits. They're hard to read, and they're hard to pick up on defense. So I expect there to be a lot of those tonight, so Bobcats are going to need to be ready to move on defense and pick those up.
Yeah, that is our keys to the game here tonight, all presented by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. You mentioned the off-speed and the free control. Were you reading Jen's notes? Because she mentioned a couple of those things to me in the pregame match here tonight. Is that typical of some of that early season stuff, especially when new players are getting acclimated? Yeah,
for sure. It's hard to read, and you're going to your right spot, but half of defense is getting to the spot, and then half defense is reading it too. And so they've got to understand where they're at and then move through the ball and see what the hitter is giving them.
Well, the Huskies and the Bobcats ready to go here tonight. Bobcats in their blue tops, red bottoms. Huskies in the green tops and black bottoms here tonight inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Let's take a listen in to our national anthem and the starting lineups on KFJB-TV. We are ready to go for a Tuesday night in the Iowa Lions Conference. Marshalltown and Hoover tonight. As head coach for the Hoover Huskies is Megan Kinder. So far this year for the 0-4 Hoover Huskies, 0-1 in conference play. They had 2-0 losses to Newton PCM and Sadell, and a 3-0 loss to the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Meanwhile, for the Bobcats, just one match so far this year as they defeated Fort Dodge last Tuesday night, 3-2. 89% serve efficiency, Tessa. It's going to be a good recipe for success most nights.
That's great, especially with how aggressive they're serving. You expect that to be a little bit lower percentage. So it seemed like there was a ton of missed serves, but 89%, I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, well, take it, I suppose, right? 14-22 a year ago, 5-1 in the Iowa Lions Conference. These are the games that you really do have to win. I mean, that's where it really kind of matters, especially once you get to the Iowa Lions Conference tournament and then postseason play as well.
Yeah, and they're the fun ones, too. When you get to be in front of your home crowd and get to go to a best of 5, these are the fun ones.
Yep. Well, both teams will get checked out with their lineups here tonight. Again, Brooklyn Smith, Kendall Brummel, Kinsley Bowie, Lauren O'Neill, Bella Avis, Harper Wilson will start for the Bobcats as Gianna Bonney is the libero tonight. Hoover Huskies, Parlin will be the libero as Nicole Esteban is a starter as well as Salome Hurst. Mona Kine, Emily Villa, Madeline Mitchell, and Nassine Ling. Student section all pumped up. Pink out here tonight. I told David to wear the pink, our producer, but he did not.
I thought about it.
We are underway inside the roundhouse as Len sets it up to the front line, and the third not played over, and the Bobcats will start up 1-0 as last week we saw Harper Wilson 3 aces in that, and good senior leadership. Definitely really fun to watch out there on the floor.
Yep, I would say this is their best rotation, starting Harper off with a serve, and she gets the ace.
And she will start out with that ace against Parlin in the back row. Eats her up 2-0 Bobcats in the first set. Wilson's second serve in a row. Back to Parlin again. Set up on the outside. Up to Lauren O'Neill. Sets it up for Bowie. Smacks it. Hits off the top of the net. Hoover's third is over. Right there in the middle. Jump ball for the freshman in Brooklyn Smith. She was able to handle it just enough. It wasn't the cleanest play, but it still counts.
Yep, the set was a little bit high. She came in a little bit fast, but she handled it really well, did a tip, and got the kill.
I'm always amazed how fast they fly into the net and don't make contact sometimes. And that one eats up Nicole Esteban, and it's a quick 4-0 start. This is what you want to see early on as Harper Wilson with some good serves. We take a look at the replay on KFJB-TV of that hit by Smith. Wilson to serve again. Strong to the back line. That will be out, and a point for the Huskies.
So Bobcats are in a 5-1 again today. Lauren is in the front row, so she's got 2 hitters. She's got Smith and then Bowie on the outside.
Olivia Laporte will check in for the Huskies. Bobcat outside, and it's strong for Bowie, and a point for the Huskies, 4-2. Well, like you alluded to early on in the season, you're not going to change a whole lot. So we see the same lineup we saw on Tuesday night as well.
Yep, they're still getting comfortable with each other, so it's always nice to see the same lineup.
A push by Bowie right into the nets, and just like that, Huskies have worked back in within 1, 4-3.
With her reaction, she knew that was a mistouch from the second she touched it.
Serve to the back line, bumped by Bobcats. Bella Avis. Now smack and just off the mark. A little on top of it by Brooklyn Smith. We're knotted at 4. A year ago in this contest, it was 6 points in the first, 6 for the Huskies, and then they finished out with 8. So the Bobcats held them pretty low in the score column that night. Bowie made contact with the netting, and so that will be, or no, actually the Huskies did make contact in that front row, so that will be a Bobcat point, 5-4.
Yep, I think the blocker hit the net on her way up. So Kinsley's going to the back row, so we see Bella come in on the outside.
Strong serve, and that will be too strong. 5 apiece in the first sets. And
Bobcats just need to settle in a little bit here.
Parlen will go back to serve. 3 aces so far this year. The jump serve away. Morgan Hildebrand feeds it up to Lauren O'Neill as the Bobcats get it over on the third. And now misplayed by Villa, and a point for the Cats. Freshman Smith will go back to serve for the Cats. And the third is rejected by Brummel. And now misplayed by Esteban. Point for the Cats, 7-5. Smith's second serve. Parlen bumps it up to the front line. Hildebrand with a good play right there. Good load up by Bella Avis. And the Huskies have no answer.
Some miscommunication there by the Huskies.
Smith on a little roll here serving.
Yeah, she didn't serve much last match, and so this is the first chance we're getting to see her serve. She's got a great topspin serve.
Eats up the back line momentarily. Third is over, but off the line as Mitchell couldn't quite get that one straightened up. And so now 9-5 Cats.
Great communication following that all the way to the line and making sure that the ball was out.
Parlen bumps it. And the third, a little bit too hot to handle for Mitchell. Kind of ate her up a little bit, trying to turn around. Kind of a tough play there with your back to the net, right?
It is, yep.
10-5, Huskies trail your Marshalltown Bobcats. Will step aside on KFJB-TV. The first set, 10-5. Bobcats leading the Hoover Huskies in a matchup between the South and the North in the Iowa Lions Conference. Be sure to hit the like button and our broadcast here tonight. Appreciate the support, as well as be sure to subscribe like Tessa Mann. Right?
Absolutely.
Pull the phone out. Prove it. Let's go.
Telling all my family and friends, too.
Well, Smith rattling off a few serves in a row, but out of the break and the timeouts, she serves one up into the net, and a point for the Huskies, 10-6. Substitution as Lana Pauls, she checks into the match and she'll go back to serve. Pauls serve is away. Bump by Bowie. And now set up for Bella Avis off the hand of Len, and a point for the Cats.
Nice lane shot there by Bella.
Harper Wilson checks into our match as Morgan Hildebrand checks out as we take a look at that replay, all brought to you by State Farm, Tyler Pashung Agency. Third is over. Avis. And they now set it up for Wilson. Block attempt. Just got over it, but into the net. It looked like stumbling around was Mitchell, and a point for the Cats.
Yep, there's the example that you said, that sometimes your momentum carries you into the net, and it's hard to stay out of it.
Second serve back there for Lauren O'Neill. She had an ace last week against Fort Dodge. O'Neill sets it up for Bowie. Smacks it hard, but a good dig out. And contact again up front on the Huskies. I'm not sure if that was Mitchell to get into the net up there. I don't know what you saw, Tessa.
Yep, I think it was number 8 on the outside.
So Laporte will pick up that infraction as O'Neill is back to serve again for the Bobcats. Quick play over, but they're going to roll 2 contacts. And another good run here for the Bobcats. They got out to a good run, and then Hoover caught up, but now it's 14-6.
Yeah, the libero for the Huskies is having some great serve receive passes. I would assume Lauren will mix it up here and not go towards her.
And this one eats her up just as you speak to that.
Good aggressive serve by Lauren. She's got it mixed between a top spin and a float serve.
Much like when you just check into the game, you know, the ball will find you.
Yes.
The comment will find you as well. That serve just out, so a point for the Huskies. See a substitution into the match.
Here you've got Lauren in the back row, so Bella's going to hit right side on the first ball, and Harper will be outside, and then they're going to switch after the serve.
Liana Bueso has checked into the match. She'll serve for the Huskies. Brummel, good counter there after the setup, kind of ate her up just a little bit. Now to Wilson. Oh, put a big smack on it, but into the net. Point for the Huskies.
Great second ball by Gianna. Lauren took the first ball, so Gianna took the second, and it was a good set to Harper. Good swing, just caught the net.
15-8 is our count. Waysell will serve again. Bumped by Bella Avis. O'Neill sets it up for Wilson. Bounty now. Avis off the line. That was a tough ask for her. She had to go back for it. And a point for the Huskies, 15-9.
Yeah, with that ball, it'd be nice to have Bella transition further out and that set go more towards the pin to give her more options.
Bueso, her serve on the line. 15-10. Huskies on another run to try to get back into this set.
Compared to the serving stats the Huskies had last year, they are serving very efficient and aggressive this year.
Bump by Bowie up to O'Neill. Quick play. What'd you see there on the 2 contacts?
Yeah, it just came off of her hands weird as she was going in her back set. This up ref was different than we had last Tuesday, and it's going to be a little bit more stringent on his calls than what we're used to.
The block is denied. The shot is denied. Good block, and now Bounty, her play is off the line. And that has the Hoover Husky fans all ignited.
Yeah, their JV and freshman players are all up here with us being loud and cheering.
Hueso serves. Bowie Off the line. And I knew it. We will see a timeout. I can feel it coming right there. We'll take a timeout with the Bobcats as well as Jen O'Neill takes a timeout. Hoover has rallied twice here in the first set. They're back within 2 on KFJB-TV. We talked about a week of practice and a week layoff since the last match for the Bobcats. Looking a little rusty with that week delay.
They are. Kinsley just needs to settle into her own. She's had a few errors here. Once she gets her first kill, she'll be back on track.
So the Hoover Huskies have rallied twice here in this first set and made things a little more interesting, 15-13. And serving is Bueso. He's had a nice run to help the Huskies out. Lauren O'Neill sets it up for Wilson, smacks it strong, and another point. It's 15-14. Bueso, she's not going to overpower you with her serve, but boy, she's got pretty good placement, it seems.
Really good placement and just enough float. Usually the front row players aren't used to getting that serve receive, and she's made them play it a couple times.
Send it backside for Bella Avis. Sent up on the outside. Lauren O'Neill is there. Bumped by Bounty. Bella Avis. Tough play. Wilson and Bowie bump into each other, and that will knot things up at 15.
Miscommunication there. Kinsley needs to be very vocal. She's back row. She needs to take that ball. Harper needs to transition and get ready to hit.
What is this? At least like 7 in a row for Bueso, and this one finds the net.
You jinxed her.
She had a good run there serving. And she must be their serving specialist as well because she checks out immediately after checking in a moment ago. Bella Avis will serve for the Cats. Parlen fields it, and a little miscommunication for the Hoover Huskies between Hurst and Mitchell, and it's now 17-15. We got a guy in a crop top over there in the student section.
We have some fun outfits out over there.
It's not on my bingo pink out card here tonight. Bounty fields it up to Lauren O'Neill, now to Bowie, the heater. Wilson takes control. Len gets it. Third is over. Now Bowie tries to end it, and she will. That'll fall in. Parlen collided with Esteban, but 18-15 Bobcats lead as Bella Avis goes back to serve again. Third is going to be out. We've got a pretty good couple of rallies here in this first set.
Here's a free ball opportunity.
Yes, the touch hard by Wilson, and she turned around not happy with her hit right there. So 19-16, Bobcats still with the lead in the first set.
Jen's coaching her here that she needs to get further off the court for a better transition as she was hitting that ball behind her head.
Mitchell will be strong, and a point for the Cats, 20-15. Well, you kind of mentioned it there for Wilson. You know, it's just that little, you could be off just a touch and it will mess with your timing, right?
Yeah, and especially on the right side because it's traveling over your non-dominant hand to get to your hitting hand, so it takes a little bit longer and a little bit more timing. Misplay
by the Huskies, 21-16 now in the first set. Bounty will go back to serve. The standing serve is strong. Salome Hurst is back to serve now for the Huskies. And our officials will get the substitution worked out here as Emily Villa is into the match, replacing Lana Pauls. And the serve eats up Gianna Bounty, 21-18.
Looks like that might have been floating out. The back row and the bench need to talk to Gianna, understanding if that ball's going to be in or out. A little bit frustration with that back row right now.
That serve will be out on the far line. A serve off of Salome Hurst. And Harper Wilson back to serve. Good block by the freshman Smith up front. Set up for Bowie, strong. Huskies hanging around here in the first set, down by 3. Nassim Ling will go back to serve. Strong serve, back to Bella Avis. Now set up for Bowie. And that is a good find on the near line.
It's going to be the power tip that gets past the block and past that front row player.
Bowie to serve. Parlin watches it sail by. 23-20. Head coach Megan Kinder talking with her players. And I believe a substitution going to come here. Mona Kine will check out. Mitchell will replace her in that front line. And Parlin's serve comes up short, and the set point for the Bobcats here in the first. Well, the freshman Smith has been good at serving. We'll see if she can finish off this set right here. Good dig on the back line, up to the front to Mitchell, and off the hands. And that will end the first set. A little sloppy for the Bobcats, but they pull it out 25-20. We head to the second when we come back on KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic. 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at AdletEngraving24.com. That's AdletEngraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom. And she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
I'm Harper Wilson, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Welcome back to the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Time for a scoreboard update. Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, Bobcats leading 1-0 after the first set. And it's 25-20 the final there. Scoreboard tonight, Ames in a triangular over at Kemper. Over in Carroll, they're taking on Greene County and Kemper Catholic tonight. As Ames took down Greene County earlier tonight, 2-0. And then they'll take on Kemper Catholic coming up here in just a little bit as well. We'll get you a scoreboard update on that. Council Bluffs Jefferson is leading Sioux City West 2-0. That's the only other action we have scores on so far in Class 5A. That is the scoreboard update tonight, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you with locations in Ames, State Center, and in West Des Moines. We're underway in set number 2. Bobcats leading 1-0. Bella Avis up to Lauren O'Neill, now set up for Bowie. And misplayed in the front line by Mona Kine, 1-0 Bobcats. So, in that first set, there was a lot of miscues. Just got to flush it, right?
Yeah, yes, you do. There was, I think, 5 aces, but paired with 5 missed serves.
And that one eats up Parlen, 2-0 Bobcats.
And then also in that first set, I think there was 9 hitting errors compared to 3 kills. So just a rough set for the Bobcats.
Got a bounty. Another serve here. And that one just out on that back line. That was close, but not able to keep it in. So 2-1. Huskies will go back to serve. As we saw Olivia Laporte jump up off the bench, and she'll head to that front line, and going back to serve is Massine Ling. Bowie fields the serve. Up to Wilson. And that will fall in for a Bobcat point.
Good control by Wilson. That was a hard set, and she did a really good job of controlling it and getting it down to the kill.
Senior serve, line drive to Parlen. And the Huskies can't save it. Targeting Parlen off the side of her hand again. Third is just over for the Huskies. O'Neill sets it up backside. Smith can't quite power through the net there. 4-2.
Good run. She's still getting comfortable on the slide, so she went behind the setter on that one on a good free ball opportunity. That will come as the season develops.
Parlen to serve for the Huskies. Targets Gianna Bounty. O'Neill sets it up for Bowie. Good block up front. I think O'Neill got a piece of that, but are they saying the Bobcats made contact with the nets? No, they're not.
I think maybe the Huskies were in the net.
Okay.
Which she looked guilty when she came down for that block.
She did, yeah. So a point for the Cats, 5-2, as Bowie serves. And that one just out.
That's a good example of kind of a mishit that they've got to be ready to play. Bella did a great job following that to the line and making sure that it was out.
Hurst ends up taking the third right there for the Huskies. And the Bobcats, a little miscommunication. Bounty was charging, and then I think Avis was in the area, but
Yeah, that set was just too far in that Bella couldn't get a swing on it. So I don't know if it was miscommunication where she was supposed to come in for the hit or if it was supposed to be more of a pin set. Looks like they're talking it through right now.
Hildebrand digs that one out, up to O'Neill, now to Avis. Third is over. O'Neill sets it up to Bowie. And a point for the Huskies.
Bobcats need to get that first contact up to their setter. Most of those passes are going to the 10-foot line and not giving Lauren an opportunity to run her offense.
Avis took a little off it, and a good dot by the Huskies, but they not able to return. So 7-4 now. Just knowing when to throw the curve instead of the fastball, right?
Yep, slow it down a little bit.
Oh, and the serve just sneaks over for the freshman and Smith, and that will get the Bobcats 8-4 now. And out on the back line. They look a little more comfortable here in the second set.
They
Tessa.
do. They do. They're loosening up. They're smiling a little bit more. Great serves by Brooklyn.
And Brummel just a touch strong, kind of leaning back when she took that.
Yep, Lauren's just not quite connecting with her middles yet.
Alana Waisel will serve. We saw her go on a run there in that first set, serving. Bounty almost saves it for the Cats, but sneaks right over into that almost the campfire, Tessa.
Bella tried to jump high and get that one. Wasn't quite effective.
Waisel will ask for a new ball. Neal sets it up for Avis. And the third not able to get it over. So a point for the Bobcats.
Got Lauren going back to serve, so we're going to bring Harper in, and now they're going to have 3 hitters in the front row.
Jump serve away by O'Neill. Bowie up to O'Neill, now to Avis. All night it seems like coming from that outside, some of those shots have been just a touch strong.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit behind the hitters. Anticipate the outsides talking to Lauren and telling them what they want for those sets.
Mitchell lollipops it over. O'Neill with the quick play. And it hits off the net and sneaks over for a Hoover Husky point by Kine.
You have to love the enthusiasm of the Huskies right now. They're fun to watch.
We don't have a shot of the JV teams, but man, they're creating their own energy. And the serve will be out. More animated than what I remember when we went to Hoover last year, so it's good to see. Bowie kind of punches that one over. Oh, good play to Wilson. Oh, and that's the true campfire, Tessa.
It's a definition, of a campfire dome. There was a good tempo 1 set behind Lauren to Harper.
Salome Hurst is back to serve. A substitution. Lana Pauls is out of the match as Nicole Esteban replaces her. Bounty can't quite get there in time as she dives in front of that student section. And Hurst back to serve again. And Hurst off the mark. 12-10 Bobcats. Smith is off the bench, back into our match as she'll replace Kendall Brummel.
And then Gianna will go back and serve for Kendall.
And the southpaw a little bit hard on that serve. Olivia Laporte is back into the match as she replaces Nicole Esteban. Got a Bounty fields to serve. Lauren O'Neill over to Bowie near side.
Great swing on a hard set.
Oh, just out.
I think they're going to call a touch here.
Okay, all right, contact with a little bit of a block attempt by the Huskies, so a point for the Bobcats.
Couldn't have been much of a touch.
No.
Good aggressive swings by Kinsley, though. Those are hard balls that are spinning really fast, and it's hard to control.
Serve sneaks over. 14-11. Harper Wilson out to serve. Low line drive, eats up that back line. There's Massine Ling not able to play that one, so the ace right there for Wilson. Smith tried to return that one. Now the Cats will set it up for Bowie. Just out.
She's just long on those. I don't know if the set needs to be a little bit higher so that she can get in there, or maybe she's a little bit late getting to the ball.
Morgan Hildebrand's going to check back in for Harper Wilson. Parlen's serve. Downey will give it over in 3. Into the net by the Huskies as Smith was ranging up for the block, but didn't matter anyway.
Yeah, she's doing a good job following that ball and making sure that she's there to set up a good block. Also needs to be careful with number 12 in the net.
Yeah. Don't want to come down and roll an ankle.
Yeah.
Bowie's serve is strong. At this point, it just seems like the Bobcats are letting the Huskies stick around.
They absolutely are.
On a pause to serve. Hildebrand way off the line over to O'Neill. Now Hildebrand pushes it over in 3. Mitchell backs out of the way, and the Huskies are off the mark as Laporte tried to get that one over in position, but not able to do that. Actually, it was Massine Ling on the play for the Huskies there, and Smith will serve. Ball's off the mark, and a Bobcat point, 18-13, second set. Just a touch strong by Smith.
On their three-person serve receive, their 2 wings are shifted in, so she was trying to hit that back corner but went a little bit strong.
Hueso down to serve. Targets Bowie in the back line. Bella Avis tipped. All kind of snuck up on Ling. And a Bobcat point, 19-14. O'Neal to serve. Upper Wilson back into the match as Morgan Hildebrand checks out. Jump serve away and catches the back line off the guard. Off guard is Solana Paul still for that one late.
That was one of the first times that they hadn't targeted the libero, and so there's some miscommunication when the libero wasn't in that serve receive. Going right back to her, too.
Yep. Targeting Nicole Esteban with the serve, 21-14. And again, they target Pauls again, 22-14. And a timeout by Megan Kinder. She'll take the timeout for the Huskies, 22-14. We'll take a timeout with them on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV. Head coach Jen O'Neal in her second year talking with the Bobcats here tonight. A little bit of a rough go of it after a week layoff, but like she kind of mentioned, this is a good one to kind of get the week started, especially when you've got the APGAR invite coming up on Thursday, and no slouches there. Solon is going to be at the APGAR invite as well as Waverly Shellrock on Thursday. Always traditionally two tough schools in any sport, it seems like.
That's a fun tournament, and it's on a Thursday night, and so you really have to bring your A game there.
Oh, Butch almost got taken out by the return by the Huskies.
But he didn't seem fazed.
Either he was confident it was not going to hit him, or he had no clue that was headed his way. 23-14. A sidewinder from O'Neal. Sure, there's more of a technical volleyball term for that, right? Wilson just off the mark.
Good serves by Lauren. Usually we don't see her jump, but those were good, solid contacts on her serve.
Adeline Mitchell will serve. And that one will be strong as the Bobcats will let it ride out. We're at our set point here in the second. As Bella Avis will serve. Trying to get some momentum from the student section. Target in the back line. Eats him up. And Morgan Kinder, the head coach, tried to play it over in the third, but not able to do so. 25-15. The Bobcats finish off the Huskies in the second set. They take a 2-0 lead to our intermission on KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic, 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at AdletEngraving24.com. That's AdletEngraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
Our match update all presented here tonight by Scouting America Mid-Iowa Council Adventure On. And so far tonight, Tessa, Bobcats with a 2-0 lead, but it just has felt a little bit off compared to last Tuesday night to open up the season against Fort Dodge.
Yeah, they're just playing flat. Their middles have had barely any activity. Serving was better in that second set, but still not great. And they're hitting negative in both sets. And you can't have that when you're given a lot of free balls.
And, of course, here tonight, a very important match as it's a conference game as well as setting up for the rest of the week. They've got the APGAR invite, and then it only gets bigger from there. You've got Ames next Tuesday night, so you really want to be playing some good volleyball here at the beginning of your season.
Yeah, and then you're going into tournaments that you're seeing really good competition. And so there's not any nights that you can take off. You got to get better each match.
That is for sure. That is our match update here tonight. It all brought to you by Scouting America Mid-Iowa Council Adventure On. The third set, we'll see if the Bobcats can finish off the Huskies when we come back right here on your home for Bobcat Athletics, KFJB-TV.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom. And she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
I'm Kendall Brummel, and you're watching Bobcat Volleyball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome you back for the start of the third set inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Pretty good serve by the Hoover Huskies. They take a 1-0 lead as the Bobcats were scrambling to try to return. I'm Brandon Lewis, Tessa Mann alongside me tonight. David Braga, our on-site producer, and Deegan Grant is on camera coverage. Third set. Bowie with a big hammer there from the outside. And now it falls in as O'Neal is trying to get there a little bit too late. And Hoover takes the 2-0 lead here in the third set.
That was just a reaction on defense. Got to be ready for those to come over. Good swing by Bowie to start this set, though.
And that serve is strong as Bella Avis turns away and watches it sail out. As Wilson will head back to serve. What Wilson are you a bigger fan of? Wilson from Home Improvement or Wilson the ball in Castaway?
There's so many different routes you could have gone with that. Oh, Home Improvement for sure.
Thank you. That was the only right answer.
Agreed.
O'Neal sets it up middle, smack through, and a good dig out right there by the Huskies. Third is played over.
Love to see going back to that middle right here.
Wilson, the big smack, but too strong. Morgan Hildebrand back into the match for Harper Wilson. Harper always seems very cool, calm, and collected, but you can see she seems a little agitated tonight as well.
Agreed. She doesn't have that excitement that we saw last Tuesday from her.
O'Neal able to poke that one over. That was a nifty move right at the net.
It was. She kind of went up like she was going to jump set and then took that one hand to dump it over.
Kinsley Bowie now to serve for the Cats. Take a look at the replay there on KFJB-TV. Huskies still with the 1-point advantage, and
looks like the Huskies were out of rotation.
Gotcha. Well, our up-top official, he is on it.
There's some officials that just really like to make sure that you're in the right position.
So we're tied at 3 now, and Bowie's strong, serve is strong. That gives the Huskies the lead back at 4-3. Substitution as Mitchell checks out of the match as Parlen goes back to serve for the Huskies. Downey bumps it up front. Smith, the freshman, with a good smack, but just two on top of it.
Yeah, great run. I think she was a little bit late, so it could have been a little bit higher. The first and second set, we saw the sets were higher, and so I think she's trying to compensate and bringing them down a little bit, but maybe a little bit too much. Good pass by Gianna, though, to get that availability in the middle going.
Hildebrand targeted on the serve from Parlen. Set up to Bella Avis into the net. 6-3. Huskies on top here in the third. Bowie! Wow, finding the near side corner for the points. There we go. Maybe finally finding something here in the third.
Yeah, you could before that play, you could see Kinsley and Lauren talking. I knew that was going to go back row. Lauren was ready for someone to get a kill there. And we have the same subbing situation with serving specialist.
Yes, Claire Bonser. Tipped at the front line. Third is not over for the Huskies. And Bobcats pick up a point right there. Kendall Brummel picking up the point for the Marshalltown Bobcats. As we talked in the pregame chat with head coach Jennifer O'Neill just about Claire Bonser. She actually mentioned that Claire wasn't even 100% sure in coming in that serving specialist role against Fort Dodge, but she just handled herself really well.
Oh, that's great.
And a left-handed strike from Morgan Hildebrand off the mark, 7-5. But, I mean, yeah, she really helped kind of finish off that fifth set against Fort Dodge. I think she went on 4 straight points earning for the Bobcats to help them as they were down 8-2 at that point in the match.
Smith has a really good serve, but her back row isn't nearly as good as Bonser's, and so that's a benefit of having her in and serving, and she's got a great serve.
Too strong on the serve by the Huskies, and that'll be a Bobcat point as Paul's too strong on the serve.
I love how all 3 Bobcats followed that to the back line to ensure that it was out. Lauren's going to the back row, and so we've got Harper coming in, and we've got 3 hitters in the front row.
Parlen scrambles and can't get the third over. And we're tied at 7. Bobcats working their way back into this one. Felt like O'Neill, though, tonight. Her placement's been really good. We saw her to the back corner one time, really just target an area to pick up, I believe, an ace earlier tonight.
Yeah, her serve's great.
O'Neill, Downey with the bump. Davis with the hit right there. And misplayed off the fingertips of Kine. And the Bobcats take their first lead of the third set, 8-7. Out of bounties there. Backside to Wilson. And she'll find an avenue right past Parlen for the point, 9-7.
Great set by Lauren. She was being pulled towards the outside, so you'd assume that she would have set the outside, but she had a great back set to Harper, who had an open lane to hit.
O'Neill targeting Parlen in the back line. Up to Kine, gets it over. O'Neill scrambles to set it up to Avis, and that one not over.
Lauren did a good job getting her hands on that ball. It was a lower pass, and so she needed to get her hands on it. Could make it a little bit higher of a set, though, for Bella.
Laporte checks out. Bueso's back into the match. Best server that we've seen tonight for the Hoover Huskies. O'Neill sets it up to Brummel. Too strong.
Perfect pass by Gianna. For Brummel, it was a little bit behind her. She had to reach, and that's why she sailed it out.
I know that Jen loves coaching volleyball, but I think she's got an acting career as well, too. I saw her kind of acting out some of the moves for the players, and she was really into it. That one out on the Huskies, 10-9 Bobcats.
Bella with a good right side kill there. She doesn't hit from the right side very often.
Bella Avis to serve now for the Cats. Oh, nobody home. A little miscommunication up front. Motakana had turned around and he's not ready to field that one. Oh, O'Neal with a good save right there. I think that might have fallen in if she didn't save it. And then Brummel now ensures the return by the Huskies is not over, so 12-9 there. Sometimes you just got to, roll with the punches, I guess.
That, huh? I know. That's a hard one because it was a good save, but as a coach, you would like it to look a little better. But sometimes you need luck on your side, too.
Yeah, for sure. Huskies have another one fall in, and now the Bobcats up by 4 here in the third set. We'll take a timeout with them. This is Bobcat Volleyball on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social. And that's just on the inside. Step outside and enjoy patio life at Gutter Point with drinks, shuffleboard, live music, and fun atmosphere. Follow Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to plan your next visit to the place for fun.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Third set back in the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bobcats serving here. Huskies scrambling. Brummel trying for the block there. O'Neal bumps it. And now set up for Wilson. Falls in, and the Bobcats get the point out of the timeout, 14-9.
Great rally by the Bobcats. The set was a little bit behind Harper, but she adjusted really well and got that ball in play.
Avis to serve. Targets Parlin again, the libero. O'Neal for Brummel. And those two not quite on the same page tonight in the front row, but Bobcats still with a 4-point advantage here in the third.
Yeah, there's some frustration on Brummel, but they'll be able to work that out in practice and get their timing figured out. Gameplay is just a little bit different speed.
And Bowie with her hands on her face. She did not expect that bump to go like that.
No, sometimes you can be lined up perfectly and it just doesn't go where you want it to. Just got to tilt that platform more to the left.
And the serve off the line from Kine. Point for the Cats. Gianna Bounty now serves. Good serve by Bounty. Wilson gets the setup from O'Neal, but strong. You mentioned that a little bit right there that, is that, I hear that a lot in like baseball and softball where you're used to facing maybe higher speed pitchers, that kind of thing. Does that kind of affect your timing out here on the volleyball floor as well?
A little bit, yeah. When you're used to transitioning defensive to offensive.
Oh,
and
good.
now you're getting it off of free balls or missed hits. It's just a little bit different timing.
Couple of good hits by Smith and Bowie. Now Bowie looks to finish it off. It hits the net, and it will for the point for the Cats. 16-12.
That was a rally that had a little bit more speed to it, and you can see the Bobcats react and kind of get into it better. And so you're just used to a style and a tempo of play. And when the other team's a little bit slower, it's harder to adjust.
Serve eats up Parlen off of Wilson. 17-12.
That's a tough serve. That's Anya is very fast, and so it's hard to get out of the way, even though it probably would have been out.
Two Huskies go after it. O'Neal sets it up in the middle for Smith. Downey is there. O'Neal. Smith blows it right off the hands of Len for the Bobcat point, 18-12.
That's what we've been waiting for all night out of the middles.
Yep.
Aggressive attack. I like how Lauren went right back to her. Set her twice in a row.
Show that confidence in her.
Yep.
Off the mark there is Naomi Hill not able to get to it in time. So 19-12 now, Bobcats leading. And Wilson's serve almost on the line, but just over for a Hoover Husky point. Our producer Dave just had to slide over. I kept bumping him. I didn't know if he wanted to cuddle or what was going on here tonight. David Braga, our producer, has Deegan Grant on camera coverage. I'm Brandon Lewis. Tessa Mann alongside me. Too strong for Bowie. 19-14. Huskies just they keep finding themselves back in this match at different points.
They're a much improved team than what we've seen in the past few years.
Yep.
Props to that coaching staff.
And that one hits off of Smith and falls in. Well, I know, like Parlen, for example, the libero, I know she's been playing since her freshman year. So, you know, all those sets and matches definitely experience does make an impact. And that serve off the mark. 20-15.
I think it must have landed in.
Did it? All right. I saw our assistant referee on the near side kind of do a little bit of a shift around, so
yes.
Looked like he indicated out, but it was in. So a point for the Huskies. And that one is in for Bowie. She finally finds a spot near that back line.
Great set by Lauren, too. Pushed her out so that she had the option to go line or angle, and she painted that line.
What did you prefer? Were you a hitter or a setter? Or?
I was an outside hitter.
Okay.
Yep. And I love that angle shot. Line shot was hard. That's a hard shot to do. What would you play?
Left out. That one on the backside there will be out on the serve, so a point, 20-17. I'd like to be the serving specialist.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have you ever served a volleyball?
I have, yeah.
Nice.
My sister played volleyball growing up, so, you know, I dabbled a little bit, you know.
Great.
Parlen serve.
Tough
Downey.
serve in the back corner.
Yeah. Tipped. And Bowie and Hildebrand's not able to dive and get there in time, 20-18. Line drive from Parlen. Bowie strong again, 20-19. And the miscues by the Bobcats forces a timeout by head coach Jed O'Neal. Will take it with him. Things getting interesting in the third on KFJB-TV.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you want to kick off football season in a new recliner, pass the bread at a beautiful new dining set, or lay up on a luxurious sectional sofa, McGregor's is the right play. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from their friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selections at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Welcome back inside the roundhouse. Out of the timeout, Huskies will serve it away. O'Neal sets it up outside to Bella Avis, and she will find the spot past Parlin for the point. 21-19.
Good response after the timeout, going to your strong outside hitter.
And the serving specialist is into the match. Claire Bonzer, the sophomore. She helped finish off the Dodgers last Tuesday. We'll see if she can finish off the Huskies here tonight. Third for the Huskies is over. Hildebrand up to O'Neal. Now to Avis. And that's that angle shot, right?
That was beautiful. We haven't seen her go angle much. And just shows you don't have to have an extremely hard hit ball. You just have to have placement, and that's what she did there.
Claire Bonzer's second serve. Floats that one over. Kine got the third over, and now set up in the middle for Brummel. It's tipped. Huskies miscommunication on who was going to take it there as Laporte smacked that one from the side, and 23-19, third set. Bonzer serve nearly eats up Parlin. Third, and she'll play it over. Hildebrand up to O'Neal. Set up outside. Avis not able to tap it over.
Hildebrand doing a great job in the back row with overlaps and taking most of those balls to have really good free ball passes. Impressive play by her back there.
Impressive serving by Claire Bonzer again, earning a couple more points
yes.
For the Bobcats. Hildebrand fields it up to O'Neal. And this time Avis will get that one through that front combo block to get the point. And now the match points for Lauren O'Neal as the Bobcats look for the 3-0 win here tonight inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. O'Neal targets the back line. Bounty over to Wilson, and just out.
She wanted it. She wanted to end the match right there.
That would have been a nice finish, too.
Yeah, good swing by her.
Hueso is going to check in and replace Laporte, and she'll go back to serve. O'Neal scrambles. Third is played by Bounty. Oh, good dig right there. O'Neal back to Bowie. Cats all over the place. Tipped up front on that line. Now Davis pokes it over. Huskies get it over in three, but it's too long, and the Cats get the match point. 25-21, third set. Bobcats win it 3-0 here tonight in the Marshalltown Roundhouse as both teams will meet at midcourts. Didn't look easy.
It didn't.
Huskies didn't give them any easy breaks as well here tonight, but Bobcats finish it out most importantly, get the victory, move to 2-0 on the season.
Yeah, and they'll have a lot to learn and a lot to work on in practice to prepare for Thursday.
Here we look at the finish on our KFJB-TV replay, all brought to you by Tyler Prashong State Farm Agency. As the Huskies did their best to keep it going here late in this match in the third. And one of the great plays right there from the outside by Kinsley Bowie. But the Bobcats win it 3-0. As our next broadcast of volleyball on KFJB-TV is coming up next Tuesday night. We'll be on the road as Tessa will be along with me. As we'll head to Ames as the Little Cyclones will host your Marshalltown Bobcats. As Ames got the best of Marshalltown last year. It was, a tough contest. One of those ones where they'll know they'll have to be ready coming up next Tuesday night.
Yeah, they're always a good opponent, and also just the rivalry. You talked about it a lot for football on Friday. It's just a different type of matchup.
Yeah. Anyway, we can win 40-14 in volleyball?
No, unfortunately that's impossible.
We've got Bobcat Live coming up on Thursday night at 6 until 7 o'clock. Look forward to that. And then football on Friday night, Marshalltown at Waterloo East. At 6:30, the pregame show. Kickoff at 7:30, and like we mentioned, Marshalltown at Ames for volleyball next Tuesday night. Thanks so much to our KFJB TV crew tonight. Deegan Grant on camera coverage. David Braga, our on-site producer. For Tessa Mann, I'm Brandon Lewis. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat Volleyball. Our transportation today, all brought to you in part home for Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics, KFJB TV.